174 pounds. Professional record, 46 victories, including 32 knockouts, with 4 defeats and 1 draw. He enters the ring tonight as the challenger, vowing this is the last fight of his career, as we turn the page to the final chapter of a boxing legend. From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the former undisputed middleweight champion of the world, Bernard, the Executioner Hopkins. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing brown, official weight, 174 pounds. Professional record, 24 victories, including 18 knockouts, with 3 defeats. And he steps into this ring with a reputation as boxing's legend killer. His vow tonight, to keep his reputation intact. From Orlando, Florida, the 3-time world champion, the reigning, defending, IBO and universally recognized light heavyweight champion of the world, Antonio Magic Man Tarver.
Give me a second, give me a second. Just clear the ring first. Give me a second, gentlemen. Okay, gentlemen, this is for the IBO Light Heavyweight Championship of the World. I went through the instructions. I want to wish you both luck. Remember, protect yourself at all times. Touch them up. Good luck to both of you.
This isn't about legends and legacies and all that cosmic crapola now. This is now about a fight.
And on the surface, certainly it appears, seldom will you see 2 sleeker, better conditioned light heavyweights as they get into the ring with each other.
Yeah.
My first big question, will Hopkins risk enough to give himself a chance to win the fight?
Right away, Hopkins is showing what he said was going to be to try to make Tarver fight a small man's fight by making him move all the time, jump on him, rough him up.
And right away, Antonio Tarver begins to throw his jab much more frequently than Hopkins, which is something we expected.
When Tarver came out, to me, it started to set the tempo right away. He started to move Bernard back with a half-hesitant type pawing and parrying type jab. And that's what he said he wants to do, is to get Bernard to move him back, and he's doing that.
And there's Tarver's big left hand over the top, and there's Hopkins' counter right hand, so they've shown you their best punches already. For Tarver, the big weapon is that left hand right there. And for Hopkins, the straight right hand counter in return.
Bernard looks very strong at this weight, and I've always felt, even when he was fighting at 160, he always looked very drawn to me when we would meet him and have weigh-in meetings with him. And I think this is more of a proper weight for him anyway.
His trainer, Nassim Richardson, whispered to me in Las Vegas a few weeks ago, if Bernard hadn't been running like a fanatic all these years, he might have been a light heavyweight some time ago.
I think it's only not normal for him to be this weight, so that's why I don't see much of a big disadvantage at fight 174 or 75 for him.
Well, as we mentioned, the Mackie Shillstone sculpted body looks terrific. Body shot by Hopkins. Tarver still looking to jab and set up a left hand. Wants to make a statement here in the first round, and perhaps might be thinking in the back of his mind about his bet that he'll knock out Hopkins within the first 5 rounds and collect an extra $250,000.
I think what's in his mind, Jim, is that he has to go after the naturally smaller man who has never faced anyone as big and strong as he is.
When they face each other from this range, it looks as though Tarver's height differential is bigger than 1 inch, but Hopkins was the one who popped in the short right hand.
Yeah, Tarver fights big, but Bernard is bending down a lot, which makes it look like he's much smaller. Because Bernard likes to throw a punch at you and then run in with his head at the same time anyway, so he's always been his head down when he punches. Tarver's body position is very good. Even though he hasn't did anything, he's in great position, maintaining good balance to fire his left hand.
Bernard ducking under Tarver's attempt to throw the left. They grapple at close range. There's a lot of grappling in some Hopkins fights, and this first round has had 3 or 4 grappling sessions already. War of nerves.
Keep the heat on him. He's gonna go for the home run with the right hand. Okay? Every time he throws the right hand, he's going for the home run with it. He's going to try left hook down here. That's what we got to do. Look at me, baby. Keep the jab going. Stop worrying about the head with the left hand. Start shooting the left hand to his chest and to his body.
React to everything. Let's keep him responding. Let's keep him excellent. What'd you see him, John?
Nice leg. This boy has no legs. He has no legs. He's touching him inside.
We are strong. We are strong. Our feints will get us there. Our jab is still working.
On your way down, just wipe
Make
out the
our
corner.
investment. Make our investment.
Keep my eye on him.
Right there, baby.
Be smart.
Where you see Bernard banging him to the hip on the opposite side where the referee can't see, and then a little uppercut. As I said, he knows all of the tricks of the game.
He's brilliant at holding you with one arm on the side away from the referee and popping little body shots in. He's not too bad at getting your head under his arm and managing to hit you a few times before you get broken.
Right.
CompuBox numbers in 1, Tarver only 3 out of 28 and Hopkins only 6 out of 27 as they were feeling each other out. More grappling, more holding on one side and hitting on the other. Tarver seems unruffled by this so far.
No, he seems to be keeping his composure. He seems to be just pawing with his jab, landing up, trying to shoot that straight left hand of his.
You heard Buddy McGirt tell Tarver he's going to go for the home run every time with the right hand.
My break.
Tarver's home run punch is, of course, his big left hand over the top, although he hurt Roy Jones with a right hook in the 11th round of their third fight. Looping left hook by Hopkins there. Tarver taking his time and still searching for opportunities. There's a hard left hand by Tarver as Hopkins walked in.
That's the punch that he's been trying to set him up for all night long. And he's going to continue. He's very focused on this one particular punch that he's trying to land. And that's the short left hand.
By Hopkins.
But everything that Hopkins is doing, he's having to lunge and run to do it. In the meantime,
one punch.
Antonio just pawing and
throwing one punch at a time.
Right hand by Hopkins again. Another right hand by Hopkins. That one landed and bothered Tarver. And a third right hand lands for Hopkins.
There's a flurry.
And suddenly Bernard is taking over this round with a series of clean right hands. Southpaw against a right-hand fighter. Yeah. Hopkins should be able to land his straight right hand down the pipe from time to time, just as Tarver should be able to land his straight left.
But you know, Bernard is actually throwing a straight right, and sometimes he throws it in like a right hook. He's mixing it up, which is very smart. That way, Antonio can anticipate what position to hold his left hand in to block.
Tarver almost got a chance at a left cross, and Hopkins ducked away. Hopkins partially ducks that left hand. Tarver got in a scraping blow. 2 body shots by Antonio. Bernard moves back away. Body shot by Hopkins.
Bernard better be careful running in. Don't get caught with that right hook of Tarver, too. The same thing that Roy Jones got caught with.
5 seconds.
Tarver hasn't really thrown the right hook yet. It's been mostly jab left cross for Tarver, and Hopkins straight right hand.
Come on, just like that, baby.
Everybody else might be surprised. Everybody else might be shocked. But it's real simple, baby. That feint is just like a punch. He can't keep working. He can't maintain your momentum. He can't keep this pace. So he's going to wait, try to land a big shot. He's going to
keep putting that pressure on him. Don't let him get brave.
Okay.
All right, come on, baby.
How we looking?
All right, we're looking good, but you let him get away with too much stuff.
Okay.
You got to keep that heat on him.
Okay.
All right, be smart. Make him miss, make him pay.
Okay.
To the body.
Okay.
Don't worry about that hit yet. All right, let's start putting some on those jabs now.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
You saw the power punch numbers from CompuBox. Hopkins with a pretty good round, landing 9 of 27, mostly working that straight right hand, and occasionally, as Emmanuel Stewart points out, sweeping it, bringing it in a broad circle, a slightly different angle from the way he normally throws the punch. There's a left hook up top by Bernard Hopkins, catches Tarver on the cheek.
And when they get closer in those changes, you notice Bernard always has his feet in better position, and Tarver's legs, even though he's the conventional southpaw, seems to be all crossed up.
How would you describe Hopkins' style, Emmanuel?
I think right there he's fighting this typical type of cautious type, picking his punches, not wasting anything. He's trying to pick, duck, stay out of the way, and land just 1 or 2 clean punches, enough to win the fight without taking too much of a risk. He's fighting very safe still.
There you are. I think the style is low risk. Body shot by Hopkins. He has definitely started faster here than was the case in the 2 Taylor fights, or so it seems. In the first Taylor fight, Hopkins, by CompuBox count, averaged only 19 punches thrown per round for the first 8 rounds. Now Tarver stops him in his tracks with a left hand and hits him with another one. Good right hand by Hopkins. He's so quick with that punch.
Hopkins has always been here, back, and he throws his punches and lunges at you at the same time and dips his head down, and he'll catch you because he'll be in the motion of back, and you don't expect him to come forward.
Moves back, lurches forward, body and hand at the same time. The right hand extends out and catches you.
Yeah, he doesn't jab.
Then he grabs you.
Yep.
This is something that we expected would happen from time to time during the fight, as the 2 counter punchers wait for the other man to set up an opportunity. And Hopkins gets off first.
Even though he doesn't land the punch, he seemingly have gotten, Tarver seems to be a little bit worried and a little bit concerned right now. It's interesting. This is 2 consecutive fights where he's fighting with hostile crowds. He was fighting Roy down in Florida, even though they both were from Florida, but the crowd was a pro-Roy crowd. And this crowd right now is a pro-Bernard Hopkins crowd.
Which will probably prompt Antonio to say that he's not getting enough respect. And there's another straight right hand that lands for Bernard Hopkins.
See there, the legs, once they get inside, it's amazing that Hopkins does not have his, Bernard has his legs in better position than Tarver.
You're not doing a whole lot to keep us awake here.
Nope.
One thing you might note about Bernard Hopkins, incidentally, much attention is paid all the time to Tarver's advantages as a big light heavyweight southpaw, but Hopkins 9-0 in his career against southpaws, and that straight right hand has something to do with it.
He's fighting a very smart fight right now.
Come on, you got to work. You dancing to his beat, yo.